we actually had some news over the weekend. President Trump tweeting while he was in quarantine, telling these leaders in Congress to get it together and get a stimulus passed. And it looks like, according to Nancy Pelosi, who spoke to CBS News this weekend, that in fact, yes, we are on the path for a stimulus, that they're coming together. Now, of course, they released their $2.2 trillion plan last week. That's going to not go anywhere, according to Senate leaders. However, there appears to be a compromise that's being hashed out at this hour between Pelosi, Stephen Mnuchin, and we could get those $1,200 checks. That's a big part of this. We will see an extension of unemployment benefits. The big question that I have, of course, is will we see this pass before Election Day? So many variables in play. According to the Financial Times this morning, Nancy Pelosi told CBS, she says, look, we are making progress on this coronavirus support package with expanded U.S. unemployment benefits that were cut off at the end of July. Republicans in the White House have signaled resistance to the size of what the Democrats have wanted, that $2.2 trillion, of course. But Mr. Trump, President Trump, took to Twitter on Sunday, because what else does he have to do? Apparently there are reports that he is bored. He's bored under quarantine at Walter Reed, and he's just been watching television and tweeting. And his aides are saying that he's been bored. He wants to get out of there. But he's been at least tweeting, encouraging the members of Congress to, quote, work together and complete a stimulus deal. A trader at China Renaissance says that the bigger catalyst for us today is the potential that a stimulus deal goes through. These are investors. And that's the thing that's boosting people's ability to put money to work. So you're looking at the stock market, which is seeing positivity. Numbers are up in the stock market because of two things. Number one, they're encouraged that President Trump could get out of the hospital today, according to some reports, which who knows what to believe anymore. We'll get to that in a minute. But they don't like disruption, right? The stock market does not like disruption. They don't like when things are up in the air. And so if the president says he's going to get out today, out of the hospital, which, okay, it's mind-blowing. But Wall Street's responding to that, but they're also responding to this idea of a possible stimulus package. We don't have any timeline on it. The big question, of course, still comes down to the timeline and the cost. So there's not much more to report other than they continue to work on this, and that Nancy Pelosi said on Sunday that there is some positivity here. We are continuing to work on these numbers. We are continuing to make progress on a coronavirus support package that would include U.S. unemployment benefits expanded that were cut off at the end of July. I have a big question, though. I'm sure a lot of you have this question, which is, will these numbers include anything retroactive? I mean, think about it, right? This goes, will we see anything that goes back to the end of July when these unemployment benefits ran out? That's an important number, isn't it? People have not been able to pay their bills. People are being laid off left and right. Furloughs are mounting. This idea that, oh, now suddenly people have access to this money is just absurd. Goldman Sachs also saying that, hey, we're seeing some positivity here. It looks like, even though we're seeing a surge in coronavirus cases, that if we can get a stimulus through, this is encouraging for businesses. It's encouraging for Wall Street. That means that people going into the holiday season might actually spend some money. They might actually buy some presents this Christmas. Yeah, because that's the most important thing right now, is to thinking about buying presents during the holiday season right now, when people are going to be homeless as a result. Over the next 3 to 5 years, we are going to see an incredible amount of homelessness in this country. We're just beginning to see the first signs of this. The White House, Congress, not paying attention to it. They're not paying attention to the fact that all of these, it's a slow process. If people can't pay their mortgages, there's a 7, 8, 9 month lag before someone's actually foreclosed upon. It's going to cost the banks an enormous amount of money. Not to mention the food insecurity of so many families right now. And again, the mounting layoffs, which we'll get to in our layoff segment. I look forward to a day when I don't have to do an entire segment on layoffs. But that's the state of affairs right now. So there's your stimulus update. That's a small stimulus update. I wish I had more to report on that. But at least if you like that news, which I do, it's encouraging. And there could be money in there for state and local governments. There could be money in there for rental assistance. These are some of the things that we're hearing from Congress this morning that could be included in this, but we don't have any concrete details. They're keeping it under wraps. But if we use past history as a framework, then we can start to glean some of the things that we might see from this in this new package. So go ahead and smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. And we do have our daily morning newsletter as well that goes out every morning. It's very easy to take advantage of the news in the morning. Right to your inbox. Take advantage of it. Morninginvest.com is how you can do it. Just go right to our website, sign up for the newsletter, and it'll be delivered right to your inbox first thing in the morning.